got a big mouth, can't help it. I talk from my heart, I'm real, you know what I'm saying? Whatever comes, comes. But my controversy probably. And it's not my fault. I'm trying to find my way in the world, you know, I'm trying to be somebody instead of just make money off everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I go down paths that haven't been traveled before, and I usually mess up. But I learn, you know what I'm saying? I come back stronger. You know, I'm not talking ignorant, you know what I'm saying? So I obviously put thought into what I do.
What's going on, everyone? I'm so happy you decided to join me on this journey called Podcast Life. We will be discussing topics like celebrity gossip, life lesson, politics, and etc. This is a judge-free zone. Think of me as that homegirl that is so down to earth that you feel like you've been knowing for years. Remember, over here at the Boomerang Effect, the motto is never judge a book by its cover before opening it up and reading it. And remember, it's okay to agree to disagree. Just stand on what you're saying. Got it? Period. Please like, comment, share, give feedback, anything to help this podcast grow because it is a voice for the people. So, love, peace, and unity. Mwah. What's going on, everyone? It is your girl, Queen Quee, and this is the Boomerang Effect. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Whenever you are listening to this podcast, just know it's good. It's all good, good, good. I'm just glad you're listening. Let's jump right on into it. Hot topics. Okay, first up will be Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish had an event she had to host, and I think this was around the Super Bowl or whatever when she had to host this event. So a lot of people are saying she went AWOL during the performance because she kind of went off on production and everything, and this was live. So let me let you guys listen to it, and then we'll jump right into it.
From the beginning, when I saw her kill it on the BET Awards, what the fuck does vamp mean, yo? She hails from Vallejo, California, home of Tony Cakes. Tony Cakes has an apple pie so good and sweet, you will get a cavity just looking at it. Now, they asked me to vamp. I don't know what vamp means. To me, vamp means be a vampire and or vaporate, like slowly disappear and or elaborate. Maybe that's the word they should have used. Elaborate. But let's continue on, guys. Please welcome Grammy Award winning superstar and someone I consider a friend, her. Oh, you want more vamp? They need more vamp. So hold up on her. From the beginning, when I saw her.
So that was just one clip, but guarantee you she went off. She started saying stuff like, yeah, the production, they need to let me know this, and that. In the words of the young lady that went viral, you about to lose your job. Hey, you about to lose your job. That's the two steps she should have been doing. Or in the words of Beyonce, someone getting fired. That's what they should have put in her ear. Girl, after this event, you will not be probably hosting a lot of live performances anymore. It was definitely unprofessional. I understand people sit up here and put you on the spot and, you get upset and stuff like that because it has been, I have had to do different things or events and people have told me at the last minute it's either that I'm not going to do it or I'm just not prepared, and that is unsettling because when you are hosting a live event you want to make sure everything goes right. So when people are in your ear letting you know like, hey, stretch it out a little bit longer, elaborate on certain stuff, or tell some more jokes, and it's all at the last minute, then that is very frustrating. But then I also have to take it back when Cat Williams had warned us that Tiffany Haddish is TV and movie funny. She is not a true comedian when it comes down to, oh, okay, get up here on stage and do a performance and stuff like that, freestyle it. He had already put that in the light. Don't get me wrong. I remember seeing Tiffany Haddish on Comedy View and different type of comedy shows back when I was was younger. But at the end of the day, once she hit a certain type of celebrity style, Tiffany is really not too funny to me because she's not versatile, and a lot of stuff that she plays on a stereotype that they try to portray black women as being loud, obnoxious, don't know what to say, always talking about sex, or definitely try to dumb themselves down to please certain type of crowd. So that was very unprofessional. I think it was definitely wrong for them to let her know at the last minute, hey, elaborate. But I'm pretty sure when they picked her or when they let her know, they probably let her know, like, hey, it might be an artist or something like that that might need a little bit more time, or stuff can go wrong. So please make sure you're quick on your feet. You know how to improvise, and she just wasn't up for the job. So yeah, I definitely do think that that was unprofessional. But give me your thoughts. Do you think Tiffany Haddish was right or wrong? Do you think she should have aired them out on live TV, this production crew, or should have kept it professional and tried the best she can? Give me your input on that. Okay, next up is Carly Red. This lady has been on the Love and Hip Hop franchise Atlanta since it started. A lot of people probably know Carly Red for different and many things. So let me get into this thing. It says we all know of Carly Red for many, many reasons, but one of the biggest things we didn't know for a while was her real age. And in an interview, Carly revealed that not sharing her age was a business move. In the interview, she was asked something else. I wanted to ask you about that. Was kind of weird to me was about your age. People were really intrigued about it, and you were kind of put on the spot to clear the air in 2019. At the time, you confirmed that you was 45. What did you make of all of the fuss people made about your age and needing to have an answer? She answered, that she did that to bring checks into the household. It was an extra check that came in, honestly. It was one of the highest things on Google. My age. Wanted to know my age was one of the highest trending topics. So I'm kind of mad that I said what my age was. I could have got another checked. The reality star stated Carly mentioned how she didn't understand why people were so infatuated with her age, but she went along with it and kept it a secret once she saw a couple of checks come in. So basically, I'll never forget, it was a reunion show. Her and K Michelle was getting into it, and K Michelle was basically saying like she marched with Martin Luther King. She 50 some years old, and she's damn near in her 50 and 60, and she's always with mess and drama, like just trying to downplay her looks and age, and she got a deflated butt and etc. So Carter Red was saying that the reason why, and I always thought that was crazy too, because instead of her just saying like, "What's your age?" she never did say. She always like kept it a secret. So I can believe her when she say that people was googling and trying to find out people that went to school with her, and she kept it under wraps for a long time. Because as you can see, she said that she had to basically confirm and let it be known. So, and she was getting paid for it. So she's like, hey, if I'm gonna get paid for people consistently trying to Google my age, then I'm not gonna say nothing. Hey, run them coins up. But I always wonder when it come down to people and them telling their age, because I know when I was younger, it was a saying that you don't ask the woman their real age. And I never understood that. Maybe because I feel like it's beauty and growth when it comes down to age. I feel like it's a blessing, especially in this day of time where people are dying at the young age and their life is being taken. I think it's a blessing to hit 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I'm just going to be honest. I'm 31 years old now, and black don't crack. And trust and believe me, I always be making jokes. I was like, when I turn, 40, I'm gonna tell people I'm 60. So they could be like, oh girl, 60. Who you looking good? Yeah, it can work both ways. I think some of these people scared to say their real age because, I really would want to know, why is it that people do not want to tell their real age? What is the big factor in it? Like, what is something that you feel like is hindering you for telling your real age? Because I feel like it's a blessing, especially if you have kept yourself up and you know what I'm saying, and you have overcame a lot of obstacles and stuff like that. It's a blessing to sit up here and say that you're in your 40s and 50s. And it's not only women, it's men's too. Like I said, friend stated a long time ago, I like older dudes, but I have even noticed older dudes that tends to like lie about their age. Like you'll be like, okay, I never forget this one time. Story time. I never forget this one time I was talking to this dude, and of course he knew my age because I had already let him know I probably was like 23, 24 at the time. And so then, we was talking and stuff like that for a couple of weeks. So then finally I asked him his age, and he was just like, well, let's just say I'm older than you and this and that. So I was like, whatever. He looked good, child. So I was like, okay, he chocolate, he looked good. So I know he ain't in his 20s. He might be in his 30s or probably early 40s. So as we was talking one day, guys, we was talking about something, and next thing you know, he was just like, I never forget when the KKK came to our house and burned down the cross. I was like, the KKK? Like, oh my God, like, you is really older. Like, and I, and at the time, I was telling my friends or whatever, and we was all laughing. I was just like, it wasn't funny, but it was just the simple fact is, I'm like, wow, you are older. But I would have thought, like, he would have felt comfortable with telling his age because hey, you pulled the 23-year-old at the time, looking the way you look, and you know what I'm saying, and acting the way you act. So apparently it was something that attracted, you're very attractive. So I never understood why people have a big deal with telling their age, and it's such a rude thing. I don't know who made their. It's so rude to ask somebody their real age. That is so, that's so inconsiderate. How is that inconsiderate? I want to know. Like, I really want to know. So please, if you know, please let me know because clearly I have zero understanding. Okay, so let's get into Lauren London. This story had broke yesterday. Someone had reported that she was pregnant, and we all know that Nipsey Hussle had passed away over 2 years ago, and that was the love of her life. They had a child together. They was exclusively dating for years and stuff like that. They really wasn't like a public relationship type of people, like put their business out there, and you never did hear drama and stuff like that. But when he passed away, that really did affect her in so many ways. So someone had reported, it was a blog reported that she was pregnant, and of course she cleared it up because a lot of people was very outraged. You had people that were sided where they felt like, hey, Nipsey passed away. Did y'all not think that she'll be able to move on, or she's not allowed to have kids after one of her loved one, her spouse or whatever, passed away? That she's supposed to be single forever? Or do you think that it's inconsiderate because it hasn't been a while? So I would love to know you guys' opinion on that. Like, do you think it was, if she was, she said she wasn't. Now she did come out and clear out that she wasn't and she wanted to heal. But at the end of the day, what are you guys' thoughts on that? Do you feel like that if she was pregnant, it shouldn't matter and it's not a big deal? Or do you feel like when someone, your spouse or whatever, passed away, it's a deadline? Like, far as like, you have to wait a couple of years. I'm gonna be honest with you, when someone is so close to a person for so many years, even when you look at these older couples that love that their spouse, they've been with their spouse for like since they was teenagers, and it's been 20 or 30 years. When they spouse pass away, sometimes they tend to move on, and not because it was something that they've been wanting to do, is because they're so used to being with someone and having someone up underneath them. That's their healing process. Is it good? Is it bad? Who's to say? You know what I'm saying? It depends on that person. But I do feel like it does take people time to heal, and everybody heal on their own. But we definitely should never, make the person that is still living, make them feel bad about moving on or trying to find some way to continue to be happy. Because I'm gonna sit up here and be honest with y'all. Y'all know some of these men out here. Because it's funny because y'all was ready to go in on Lauren London behind Nipsey, but let's just be honest. Some of these men can't even hold a woman down when it come down to them going to jail. Some tickets, you know what I'm saying? Let alone pass away. Once the women pass away, y'all not sitting over here hunting down these men. Wait a minute, your wife just passed away 2 years ago. Nah, them niggas sometimes moving around within a couple of months. I remember this one dude, his wife passed away and she was very known and, loved and stuff like that. And he had the audacity to use the pickup line where, my wife died. Like, that was gonna get you some cootie. Like, oh my God. Like, so I don't put nothing past the situation, but I do definitely should not feel I do not think that people should be judged on how they deal with grief and how they decide to move on. So, yeah, let's just keep her in prayers and stuff like that and make for sure that she's still okay in the mix. Okay, the next subject is Danny Lee. Miss Yellow Bone is what he want. Yellow Bone is what he want. Now, I did an episode on this about, Danny Lee coming out with this song, her dating the baby and making a song about yellow women or high skin complexion women is what men's want. And it's I'm not gonna rub it in her face, but now she's posting about her being single and about how people don't appreciate love and tender and, and appreciate you and stuff like that. It's so funny because just 2 weeks ago, you were saying Yellow Bone is what he want. And she just got blasted because someone had put that up underneath her post. They was like, I guess Yellow Bone is not what he want. And she's like, oh my God, are you guys going to drag this out? Or, like, get over it and this and that. But no, Danny, you thought that you was gonna get on 100 Billboard chart with that song, degrading, and making sure that you let it be known that this is what he wants. And now he's nowhere to be found. And don't get me wrong, the baby is not innocent either, because when she made the song, she had put on some yellow emoji up underneath the picture when she had made that caption in that song. So of course he was in, but you best believe he hurried up and pulled away when he seen the backlash. He did not defend her. She came out and tried to defend the situation, and it really just spiraled out of control. Now she's single, and he's moved on looking for another Valentine. But that should tell people that, hey, be very mindful when you're trying to be petty. When you try to be petty and conniving and try to tear other people down, whether not even only the race and the personality, but when you consistently try to turn I'm sorry, when you consistently try to bring someone else or people down for as looks, for as financial gain and everything else, be very mindful, because it will, it will backfire on you one way or the other. Because then she on there looking crazy and sitting over here talking about it didn't work within the week. So I guess we ain't gonna hear that song. So don't be on the lookout for that song, period. Okay, let's get into the last topic of today, and it is Yellow Beezy. Yellow Beezy, he's a rapper from Dallas, and he came out. Well, no, the mother of his child had basically came out and kicked him out. She was like, "Get out my house," you're not even welcome in here no more, type of stuff. And the reason why it spiraled out of control, my understanding was because he had well, it started from Facebook. It was some girls on Facebook. This is the inside scoop or whatever. It was some girls from Facebook. They was getting into it, and one of them had basically, kind of put it out there like their cousin, their friend, or whatever was sleeping with him, and in the location where that they was sleeping at, there was in Dallas. So his, I guess his baby mama had did some research on it, and she found out that that was true. And when she found out that was true, she was very upset, and she basically went on there and called out, she screenshotted the location, and he said single out 2021. She was like single for good. And she let it be known, like, I've been getting the bag. And from my understanding, my research is that she'd been on way before Yellow Beezy. She was actually the one that was putting money in his pocket at the beginning of the relationship and looking out for him. She has a her business, and they saying that it is very successful and known. So yeah, that only reason why I brought that up is because I wanted to let it be known, like, women, when you are dating a successful person, whether you was there from the beginning or not, always make for sure to have something going on for yourself. It doesn't matter, even if it is like, it don't have to be just a rapper or athlete. It can be someone that makes more money than you, period, in general, doing whatever in their field. But still make for sure that you're just not sitting up, laying up, and not making growth. You're not growing on your own. You're not doing something that makes you happy, because you just never know. And some people will abuse you in their light when they feel like that you depend on them and them only. So you have to be very careful on how you approach situations and stuff like that when it comes down to dating a successful person. That goes for men and women. Like, don't just sit around there and just basically, have them to be the sole provider. Do what you can, even if they don't mind sending up supporting you. You still do something. Go back to school, start a business. You know what I'm saying? Look into ways where you can basically, get stuff on your own. And if that person have a problem with you doing that, then you know that you need to remove yourself from that situation as far as their relationship. Because I'm not trying to be funny. If my man told me tomorrow you don't have to work and you can sit at home and do whatever, I got you for good, I still would not do that. I would still want to do something. And if he try to be combative or he try to disencourage me, I would have to move around, because anybody that loves you and they truly love you, they are going to push you and they're going to make for sure that you have something on your own. They're not looking at the simple fact is that I'm sorry. They're not thinking of the simple fact is that, oh, if this person, becomes smarter or get better or, tend to do this and do that, then they're going to stray away from me. They're looking at the fact of, if something go wrong, whether good or bad, even if it come down to me, I have invested, I have, supported you no matter what. So I think that that's what people need to look into. That's the reason why she can get on social media. Take notes, ladies. She can get on social media and let it be known, get out of my house. I have the name on my house. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing stopping. What Cash do I say? Ain't nothing moving to our sign. And that's the type of attitude that we need, period. So from 2021 going forward, have that same energy when it comes down to your finances and personal life. Nobody gonna be able to debo you and to stand into a situation or to put up with some shenanigans just because they are the provider. And you know what I'm saying? Nah, you better boss up and get in there where you fit in. Now, we both some providers. So even if you do fall off or you lose it all, I know for a fact that I have something that can come in to basically stay us afloat. That's why I'm very big on having my own everything. I could have been moved out of certain situation or had stuff, but like I tell anybody I date, like, I want to be able to have it on my own. So with or without you, I want to be able to I want to be able to basically pay my own bills and pay that car note or pay my own mortgage or whatever, without me sitting over here worrying and stressing about something going wrong. And oh, he might get sick or he might leave. It could be any situation. So you should always think like that when you are getting in a relationship. Have your own and make for sure you're able to provide for yourself with or without a spouse or someone in your corner. You have to be able to have that type of that stability for yourself and only for yourself, especially when you have kids and etc. So that wraps up today's hot topics. Please like, comment, share. If you're on Anchor, I would love for you to leave a voice message for me. I really appreciate it. I'm on Spotify. And love, peace, and unity.